Hello, and welcome to the FRT Podcast. I'm the Wiz, here with Michael, of course. Michael, say hi.
Hi, I'm Michael. I run FRT.
Yes, he does. We also have Rue. Rue, say hi.
Hi.
And Allie, our guest for this week.
Hi, I'm Allie, but I am actually also Bernie Burns.
Yes, that is very much true. And I am the Wiz of Consulting Time Wizard. Yes, we should all talk a little bit, I think, about how we found Rooster Teeth. But first, Michael, why don't you explain a little bit about the Feminist Rooster Teeth blog and how it came to be?
Well, Feminist Rooster Teeth was made in response to something that many of us know about called Connect the Hots. An incident where basically Jeff and Gavin condoned stalking on a Let's Build called Portal House. They took the Let's Build down and wrote an apology about it. But the response from the community made me feel like feminists and oppressed people weren't that welcome within the Rooster Teeth community. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to make a space where feminism and social justice and criticism of the Rooster Teeth community and Rooster Teeth itself could basically exist without worrying too much about the backlash from the community, which is why I keep a nod on pretty much all the time.
Yep. And that's how we all sort of came to meet each other, I think. We all found the blog. And for different reasons, I think, agreed with what he's trying to do here.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah. So let's talk a bit about how we each found Rooster Teeth. I think that'd be a good place as any for people to get to know us. Rue, why don't you go first?
Okay, so like everyone else, I'm on Tumblr, and I was basically scrolling through my dashboard one day, and my ex at the my ex now, but he had been telling me about Rooster Teeth, and this video came up on my dashboard, and I thought, oh, well, this is what he was talking about, so I might as well give it a watch. Turns out it was Surgeon Simulator, and I fell in love with it because it was just so ridiculous to like listen to two fully grown men screaming at each other as they played a video game.
The bit where he just loses the heart, it's just gone.
Yeah, that gets me every time.
I cried with laughter, and I was like, no, I'm watching more of this, and like spent the whole evening just laughing. Yeah, that's pretty much it, really.
From that moment, you were hooked.
Yes, in that moment, I fell in love and was like, yes, this is what I want to do with my life. Watch these videos on the internet.
That's it. That's all I want to do.
Yes.
Okay, Allie, why don't you go ahead and tell us a bit about it?
I'm sorry, I was just thinking about the part where he loses the heart, and it's like, where the fuck is it? It's like looking around for it.
The scream of rage.
No, it was just the sheet pulling across, and then the heart's just gone. And
Magic trick.
Alright, so okay, so my story is kind of like, it's a little weird. I was actually I think it was either Skyrim or Minecraft that I was playing at the time, and I happened to be on YouTube, and I was like looking at people's guides and stuff, and then one video happened to come across, which was an achievement hunter video that they did, which was the trick shot where they used telekinesis in Skyrim to throw the cabbage around. And I saw it, and I was like, oh, this is pretty funny. And these guys like sound like they know each other. So I was like, okay, so I'll give this a watch. And I watched it. And then eventually at some point in the video, it showed both Jeff and Gavin like freaking out because they made the trick shot after it took them like 4 hours. And I was like, oh, we actually get to see like the people behind the account. And then I got really curious. So I went around through Achievement Hunter, and then I was just like hooked from there on. And I started watching the videos, and for a long time I had no idea what either of them looked like until I started watching the videos from Rooster Teeth, and I recognized Red versus Blue, and I was like, holy shit, I've heard about these guys before. And when I really, really got hooked was through Tumblr and the Swiss fucking cheese, which was what ultimately reeled me in.
Oh.
Yeah.
The great American quote.
So
Okay.
yeah, no, that was basically what pulled me in. The Swiss fucking cheese was what dragged me in. So yeah.
All right. Now we move on to Michael.
Okay, well, my friend Beth and I play video games a lot together, and she's kind of useless, and I'm slightly less useless.
You've mentioned this
better
before.
than that.
You've mentioned this before, but every time it's still funny.
Yeah, and we were playing Slender, I think, or well, I don't think you can play it online together, but we were playing it separately, and then I was useless at Slender. Like, I would just die within like 2 pages. So I went on YouTube to look at a playthrough of it, and I came across Gavin and Michael playing Slender. And from there, I kind of because it was funny. I like horror let's plays anyway, but they were absolutely ridiculous. And then I watched the Surgeon Simulator video, which was another thing that Beth and I had tried to play. Just that. And then I started watching their Minecraft Let's Plays, and no lie, I'd never understood Minecraft before. I was just like, why would anyone want to pay $17.99 to put Lego down on? that was my basic response.
Virtual Lego.
Oh my god.
And then I watched Minecraft, and no lie, as soon as Gavin dumped lava on the house and the screaming episode that followed,
my god.
I went and bought Minecraft immediately. I gave a copy to my friend Beth so that we could play it together.
Oh,
yes.
A classic Achievement Hunter moment. Well, I found Rooster Teeth, I think maybe even before you guys, but not by very far, admittedly. I knew what Red vs. Blue was for the longest time, but I never watched it. I think I saw it, like some television show or news program mentioned it, and I was like, oh, that's cool. People are making movies and video games. That's
I'm
awesome.
Exactly the same way, because I've known about Red vs. Blue for ages. I reckon a lot of people have, but because I've never played Halo in my life before, I was absolutely uninterested, so I've never watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah, same.
Want to watch it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just never played Halo, so I was like, well, I mean, that's probably funny for people who play Halo, but you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, so eventually I ran into rage quit videos a lot on YouTube, and I just, for a long time, I didn't find rage humor funny, but once I found the Impossible Game video and the Swiss fucking cheese, I was like, okay, alright. I'm kind of pissing myself laughing. I need to figure out more about these guys. And then I discovered that, oh my god, they do Minecraft, and oh, there's all these Let's Plays, and Jesus, they've been doing this forever, and look at all these wonderful people in this podcast, and it just exploded from there.
Yeah.
I think the Minecraft was ultimately what dragged a lot of people in, because I had seen like how many episodes they had for it, and I was like, this is awesome. I could see somebody else play Minecraft, because at the time I had also been watching Tobascus play Minecraft, and I was like, I like, he was literally the only YouTuber that I had seen play Minecraft. Like, I didn't really watch anybody else, and then I saw Achievement Hunter play Minecraft, and it cracked me up every time, and I was so like happy watching them.
They're so bad at it too.
Yeah,
they are terrible.
Before, and then suddenly all these Minecraft things are out, and I had friends that played it, and I was like, I should probably watch some people, figure out what this actually is, and then from watching Surgeon Simulator and then finding Achievement Hunter and watching them play all the Minecraft Let's Plays, it was kind of like, oh my god,
yeah,
they're so bad. This is how bad I would be. And
that's where they're
spoiler,
relatable.
I am about that bad.
I think the best part was when they were doing Find the Tower, and Gavin finally found it surrounded by all of that lava.
Oh my god.
A creeper blew up.
Yeah.
I am not kidding you. I spent 20 minutes laughing, and I was like curled up in my bed because I was laughing so hard, and my dad walked in because he thought I was crying, and I was like crying because it was so funny. Because they spent I think that was like the second part of the game, and they literally spent all that time trying to find the tower, and Gavin finally found it, and I was like rooting for him the entire time, and he fucking died. And it was so great.
And like after, oh god, the moment he died was so funny because he was just like, bah!
Yeah.
And he was just gone. It was great.
Which is pretty much Gavin in Let's Plays in general, to be honest.
Yeah.
That fucking Worms one.
Oh my god.
Oh, I lost it so hard at the win one. This is what I'm gonna do, and then he just
Hey guys,
screams.
what do you think he was gonna do?
Horrified screaming.
Oh god, and then he left the room. Oh, I was in stitches.
Oh.
And because of those Worms Let's Plays, I've started saying use the rope in circumstances that have nothing to do with worms. And people don't know what I'm talking about. I'm like, I'm sorry, I just can't hold it in. I just can't.
I keep saying stuff like it's Blanca's dicks.
Oh
Because
god, that too.
just all the time.
I have begun to unironically say YOLO.
No.
Oh man.
No.
I'll be driving with my friend, and as soon as I see the light turn yellow, I'm like, I can make it! And as I'm turning, I'm going, YOLO! It's screaming it right next to me, too. And then, I shit you not. We were driving next to somebody with my windows down, and I said YOLO, and we got the weirdest looks. It was the greatest day of my life.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's funny how that happens. How you start using things ironically, and then it becomes completely unironic. Like me and my friend Beth, we used to write together, so we're both very we've got a very good vocabulary, and we tend to type properly. But then we started using chat speak to make fun of people who use chat speak.
Yeah.
And now that is all we type. That is how we communicate.
I keep finding myself doing it, and it's like, no.
No, but you don't understand. We spell things like Like L-I-E-K.
Oh no. Oh no. Well, at least you're not spelling it with a Y.
That's true. I think we'd rather chop off our hands than do that.
Hashtag
guilty.
Oh, Allie.
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm sorry.
You're not sorry.
No.
The first step to recovery is admitting that you have a problem.
Oh god, but it's like if I'm typing to friends on Tumblr, like if I'm sending them an ask or I'm making a post like directed to them, I absolutely give up on grammar. Like the second my fingers hit the keyboard, I'm like, you are the best. Not even best, like best. Like you 5 ever. 3,000 GIFs, and then I'm done.
Oh my god.
Did you just say GIF?
You did.
Yeah, it's because it's a GIF.
It's not a GIF.
No, it's not.
Uh-oh.
It's a GIF.
I'm not having the argument.
There's dissension among the ranks. It's a GIF. Come on.
I like how we're like totally split in half here. It's like me and Rue versus Michael and Wiz.
I'm with you, Allie. I'm with you.
Let's do it, Rue. Let's fight for GIF.
No, but like all things, I am clearly right and superior, and it's...
God damn it, Michael!
And it's GIF.
Watch out, he'll sick his army of cultists on you.
Oh, shit! Oh, I'm screwed. I'm so screwed. I think the reason why I like saying Jif is because there's a peanut butter brand named Jif, and
which is why you shouldn't say Jif.
But I like peanut butter, and I like to think Jif.
Peanut butter.
Oh,
peanut butter.
God.
I don't like peanut butter. I like peanut butter cups.
Oh.
Well, that's chocolate and peanut butter, so that's completely different.
Yeah.
I love Reese's. I love Reese's so much.
Oh my god, right.
She's having a mental breakdown over there over Reese's.
No, dude,
wait, hold on. You guys don't understand. Reese's is literally God in chocolate form.
Yep. I
No,
can
if you
attest
say
to
so.
this.
Dude, my coworker just got back from Bruges, and he's bought me this chocolate. It's like, it says Gallet Amande. I think it's almond chocolate, and I'm like, I'm looking forward to eating it so much.
I want chocolate.
That sounds good.
Michael.
What?
I say YOLO and just eat it right now. Just do it. Just fucking
Yeah.
tear into it and just eat it.
Do it for the vine.
No!
I'm gonna make noises on the podcast, and no one wants to hear that.
I think "do it for the vine" has to be one of my favorite phrases that has come into like internet popularity.
But I say it to people who don't know what vines are.
I think that it's like the thing is that like once you say "do it for the vine," you know automatically it's going to be a hilariously bad idea.
Well, yes. It's kind of the same thing as "hold my beer."
Oh god!
Essentially.
Oh my god! I've never heard that before. I've
Yeah.
heard "hold my earrings," which is the equivalent to
"Hold my beer" is a thing.
What is that?
what,
It's like,
hold
hold my
ears?
beer while I do this thing that I'm probably going to die doing because I'm drunk.
Fair enough.
It's like immediately you see all of the videos of people trying to do stunts and wobbling around at the same time because they just cannot stand straight at all.
Yeah, that's when all the best ideas come, is
can't
when you're
stand
so drunk you
straight
can't stand
anyway.
up.
I can't stand straight anyway.
Straight
I'm really-
enough.
Oh.
As long
It's
as
a
your
constant problem.
head's not on the floor, you're fine.
Oh my.
The way that Bruce just said it, he was just like, I can't do it though.
I know, like, I will stand straight and I will, like, tip to one side slowly and then back to the other. I'm like a pendulum or something.
Dude.
It's just...
If you ever get pulled over by a cop when you start driving, you're fucked.
What do you mean start driving?
Do you not drive?
I sometimes, occasionally, if I have an adult in the car, because I have a provisional.
Okay. Well, I meant when you're responsible for your own driving,
Damn.
you're fucked when you're gonna get pulled over by a cop.
Yay!
Just so
I
you
think that-
know.
Except you're a white boy, so it's probably not going to happen unless you're like weaving around the place with a tail
Sad
light
but
out or
true.
something.
Don't you tell me how to drive. I'll drive that way if I want.
Drive on the wrong side of the road.
You don't know my life, you don't know my story.
I just literally had to stop myself from saying YOLO. I'm so sorry.
Oh my
It's
god.
so bad. I cannot stop saying it. It's a problem. I have a problem. I have a YOLO problem.
The first step to knowing you have a problem is to admit it. I'm proud of you.
There's hope for you, Allie.
Hang in there for me, guys. I can see this.
There's hope.
Oh, no.
Oh my god. Alright, so
Yes.
you guys.
So, what games are we playing lately then?
Oh,
I know I'm playing. I'm playing Assassin's Creed 2. Like a
Yes.
pro.
I've seen you playing that on Steam. It comes up and it's like, oh, Michael's playing this, and I'm like, aha.
Yeah, that freaks Beth out because she pulled up a new game she bought the other day, and she was like, "Oh, I see you're playing a little gamey game there, Beth." Like, I literally just got to the loading screen. How the fuck?
It is a bit creepy. Assassin's Creed 2 is great though.
As always, I'm playing Bioshock Infinite and achievement hunting in it, like, to death. I have 54 out of 70 achievements, and I'm so proud of myself.
That's really
you're
good.
so close.
I know, it's like the first, like, for anyone who isn't aware, this is the first game that I've probably played and completed, and as a result, I'm like, I must get everything. All of the things.
Yeah,
I
I'm
got
the
that
same.
way with Batman Arkham Asylum. That was like the first game that I 100%ed because I was like, this is so good. I have to finish it. Everything, all the
must
things.
do it. Yep.
That's literally been me because I finished Black Flag the week that I finished moving, and I was just like, I guess I was super sad after finishing the game, but I wasn't as sad as I was after finishing Mass Effect 3. And then I was just kind of like, you know what? I'm gonna 100% this. I'm gonna try to 100 because I tried 100%ing all the other Assassin's Creed games, but the only way you can fully 100% it is if you go back and complete the memories with 100% synchronization. And I think Michael is with me when I say that that's a huge pain in the ass to get 100% synchronization, because when you go into like certain areas, you have to be like, do not be detected whatsoever. Do not let anybody see you, because if you do, then you'll be desynchronized 50 times, and then you have to start all over again. And but I guess I got into a good point enough where it's not so much of a pain in the ass to do that in Black Flag. And I've literally been playing 4 other games at the same time, like, because I have to keep consistent with Animal Crossing every day, just so that like nobody like leaves me alone in my town.
I had the old one. I really liked the old one. It was great.
It's such a cute game. I don't know what it is, but it's a great fucking game. But it's also just like Skyrim. You will spend 40 years of your life in that game.
Yep.
You will literally spend 40 years, and
it'll
it's like,
feel like less though.
Yeah. You'll be sitting there with like a fucking beard, and you're just like, whoa, is it like 2050 already? I was just like, like the sun in like 50 years. What?
Speaking of Skyrim, has anyone seen that Thomas the Tank Engine mod?
Yes.
Oh my
With
god.
the dragon. Yeah.
I saw the video. It was so funny. It's just like,
Oh
what
my
was
god.
that? Did you hear that? Toot toot! It just descends from the freaking.
I haven't seen the video, but I've seen like
dude.
screen caps.
I lost it when because it spends like bloody 1 minute introing, and you're waiting for it. You're like, where's the Thomas the Tank Engine? Where is it? And then you just see this shape flying around in the distance, and it's Thomas the Tank Engine. It's a dragon.
Like, it's in the clouds. Ah! And then, like,
The best
diving.
Thomas Engine thing though is still like, I don't know if anyone's seen it, but there's a Crash compilation, and it just has like the music, burn the bodies to the ground, and just all these crashes to like,
Oh my god,
incredible.
That sounds terrifying.
Rude. Now that you said it,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to find it for me so I can link dump it.
Yeah, I will. I've got it in my bookmarks when I feel sad, because I find it so hilarious. Like, I showed my uni flatmates, and they were sat there with their hands over their mouths like, how can you find this funny? How? And I was like, it's Thomas the Tank Engine crashing all the times that it's actually happened in the show. Like,
toot motherfucker.
Toot toot.
The fucking little tiny train horn. It's like, I expected to see the train, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be funny. But then I hear just like what Wiz said, toot toot, and I was like, what?
Oh my god! And then when it just like slammed onto the roof, and then just went toot toot.
It's such like a cheeky sounding noise too. You just can't take it seriously.
And it stays though. I've never managed to see such a happy face turn so sinister.
This is why Skyrim never gets old.
But every time it kills everybody, it's like toot toot.
Just fiery death and destruction to the sound of a cheery train horn.
Oh my god, it's the greatest thing that I've ever seen. It's one of the greatest videos that I've seen. It's like one of the funniest videos that I've seen. Another one is oh god, what was it? I saw this like 2 years ago when I first got into Assassin's Creed, and I'll show it to you later, Michael. It's somebody came up with the walk the dinosaur meme for Assassin's Creed, where if you jolt the joystick quickly enough, he'll do like the weirdest little like lunch walk thing, and it's to the music. It's literally a 30-second video, and to the music, for some reason I was just clutching my stomach because I was laughing so hard. It's the funny, because it's like I don't know how the song is, like everybody walk the dinosaur. He's like doing the
everybody get
walk
on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur. That's a great song.
It's so great. It's so funny. I loved it. That video is something I absolutely adore, and it will never not be funny. It's so good.
Question.
What?
Yes.
Has anyone else heard about the new Portal game that's been announced?
Yes.
It's not a new Portal game.
Well, it's
technically
related.
not, no.
It's
technically not, but it's
a mod, okay? Let's not get anyone's hopes up. It's not Portal 3, it's a mod. And it's set between it's a mod of Portal 2, and it's set between Portal 1 and Portal 2.
I'm very excited for it though.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
Supposed to fill in all the gaps in there.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna play the heck out of it.
I think my favorite thing to say about Valve is a quote my friend FRT says, which is Valve does not know how to count to 3.
No.
Because they literally have Half-Life 1 and 2, they have Portal 1 and 2, and whatever, other games that they have that are only the first game and then the sequel, and then where's the third game that is supposed to, because it's like, I guess because I haven't played, I'm guessing I haven't played a Valve game, but I've seen my friends play it, and it's like, I see where they leave things off, and then I'm like, is that it? Like, what happens now? Like,
well, the thing
what's going on?
Honestly, though, it's better than driving a franchise into the ground, though.
Yeah.
Like 50 million sequels, and also apparently they've just announced Half-Life 3. So
Have they?
Yes, I think so.
Huh.
I could be talking out my arse, but I'm sure.
Wait, if it's not, just cut this part.
I'm not cutting this. Are you kidding me? No, the thing is about Valve, and the fact that they don't generally make the third one of anything. Every time they make a new original IP, it's something genre-breaking, right? It's always redefined that genre and been excellent. So, if they do that every time they start something new, why would you want them to continue doing the same franchises?
This is true.
That's kind of why I don't really have a problem with them never making a third of anything.
Right.
I would like a third Portal, though.
Okay, yeah, that would be cool, but,
It's not essential or anything.
And also, they got all this other crap going on with, like, the Steam box and...
Oh my god.
I'm just laughing because you're like, oh, it's not essential that they make a video game or anything. And I'm like, when is a video game ever essential?
Michael, no! Michael, don't do this to me. Don't
disassemble my logic.
Because the way I think of it, I could either game or I could do the 3,000 word essay that I'm meant to be doing.
Video games always.
Video games.
Yeah.
Always.
See, that's how I'm justifying that a video game is essential, because otherwise I have to admit to myself that I'm in the wrong.
It's a wonderful procrastination aid.
Yay!
What I love is when you're like, oh, I'll start my essay at 12 o'clock. And then you watch an achievement hunter video, and you're like, oh, it's 12:15. I guess I'll watch another one and start it at 1 o'clock.
That's my life.
It snowballs. It snowballs from there. It's like the second you click YouTube, you're like, that's it. You're done. There's no getting out of that hole now.
There's no work happening tonight.
Spoiler, that's how I don't sleep.
10 p.m. and you haven't done anything.
That's how I don't sleep. I'm like, oh, I could watch this one. Or I could go to bed, but there's also this one. And then I just watched them all in succession. Like I fell asleep.
Rewatch all of them.
I fell asleep watching the newest podcast last night. And I think I fell asleep to Bernie eating strawberries or something. And what more do you really need?
That's the greatest thing to fall asleep to. I'm sorry. So
you're right there, Allie. You're right.
You fell asleep to me eating strawberries.
Oh god.
We should let everyone know.
If you think about it logically, we've never seen you and Bernie Burns in the same room, so it is logical.
That's the only explanation. I mean, there's no other way to explain. I am Bernie Burns. Nobody else is, has an explanation for why I'm not Bernie Burns. Who's to say that I'm not? So
and the voice thing is just that they
modify it.
Yeah, they modify it, and really his voice is a lot higher than we think it is.
Yeah.
That's the explanation.
I've got a mental image of Bernie speaking like Allie now, and I can't just.
I can totally picture it for some reason.
Oh my god.
Hey everybody. My name is Bernie Burns and I have some pretty sexy arms. Later.
Let me just show these off here.
let me do some push-ups and some weightlifting. Yeah.
Weightlift the strawberry to your mouth. Like, oh, yes.
Like a boss.
I'll wiggle my eyebrows at the camera seductively while I eat the strawberry.
Oh.
With your little beanie.
So done with you.
Bench press Joe the cat.
Oh my god!
My cat is here with me. I don't know if you can hear him purring, but he's really fat and also ginger. And
So he's basically if Joe the cat swallowed a clone of Joe the cat.
Oh
yeah,
my god!
Yeah. Pretty much.
Sounds about right.
Oh, God.
Well, I'm tempted to put the mic to him so you can hear him purring, but I'm not sure if that's a good idea or not.
Probably not. It'll just sound really weird.
Yeah, but
it'll sound like camera against fur.
well, possibly.
Cat purring though. It's such a mystery. How do they do it?
I wish I could purr.
The Jacobson's organ.
Okay.
Fun fact.
Science.
Did you science us?
I think I did a little bit. If anybody who follows me is listening to this podcast knows, I'm really obsessed with cats. I have a tag dedicated to cats. So
well, I mean, who's not obsessed with cats these days? Honestly.
Oh, but they're just the greatest little things. They're like little furballs that have little attitudes and personalities. And when they're happy, you can tell because their little tail goes up and they have like a little crook at the end. And then
Allie.
when they really like you, they bring you presents.
Allie.
The presents in the shape of dead animals, that is.
Yeah, I got home from holiday once and Jasper had left a dead bird under my bed. And, like, I didn't realise it. I didn't realise for like 2 days until it started to kind of, smell a little bit. And I looked under the bed. There was just this dead pigeon splayed out. And I was like,
Oh,
Dad, can you come and deal with this? Because the cats decided to leave me a gift. And no one was happy. Especially not me. I'd been sleeping under a dead bird.
Oh my god.
Not
It's
under.
like
Yeah. No,
over.
yeah, under.
Under? Over?
Over, I think.
Wombling free, the wombles of Wimbledon. Never mind.
No, yeah. I mean, we've got our new kitten. He's about 7 months old now, maybe 8 months even. And even though we fit them with collars, with little jingly bells on them, they still bloody kill things and bring them in.
My cat won't wear a collar. Like, he will literally scratch the collar off because he hates it so much. It's really bad.
Oh.
Well, the collars are uncomfortable. I mean, that's just a
Cats
fact.
don't get a choice. They get buckles and they're not allowed. Because we don't like them bringing food. We don't like them bringing their choice of food into the house.
It's cheaper than feeding them. Just let them eat their own kill.
Oh my god, this cat is a gannet though. I mean, we feed him 4 times a day.
Oh my god.
He's just massive and he's growing, but yeah.
My cat's massive. He only gets like 1.5. No, that's a lie. He gets 2, but like we've had to cut down on his portion size because he's too fat. Aren't you just? But
he's not fat. He's just massive.
He's a really giant cat.
He's just very big. He's a very big cat, and he's worked out that he's bigger than our other cat, Amy, and now he bullies the hell out of her.
Oh my god!
Hey.
I'm
a cat. You're a cat. I'm bigger than you. Let me mess with you.
No.
I knew she'd regret being an asshole to him when she was when he was younger.
And now she regrets it deeply.
I'm like, look, you want to get on with this cat because he's going to turn into an asshole if you don't. And what happened?
I think my favorite thing about cats is when you can see when they regret something in their face, and it's so clear, like either the really wide-eyed expression, yeah.
I've made a terrible mistake.
Bad life choice alert.
And then they're just like they try to deal with it, but they really can't, and they have that permanent fuck. I fucked up so much in their face.
Right. He's like, I've wandered into a room with a crazy man. Why? why. And like the door was closed, so he can't get out now.
Oh.
He's locked in. He has no choice.
And the way they get your attention, like if I leave my door ajar, I get the kitten trouble on my face, kneading my face in the middle of the night.
Oh.
I'm like, yes, it's very cute, but he's like clawing my face off in the middle.
Oh
Very cute, very cute.
Cats learn very quickly to go for the face.
It's like very, very nice, but can you stop digging your claws into my beard, please? Thank you.
Oh.
This.
Oh my god. What if he just like you just wake up one day and he's just kind of sitting on your chest and he's kind of like kneading his paw and he's like grooming your beard with his little paw.
That would be kind of gross, but I suppose.
He's like, yes, good morning. How are you today?
Oh, dude, true story. So my cat used to hate my dad, my old cat, and one time he woke up and he woke up with her on his chest, looking down at him, growling, with like the worst expression on her face, like she was about to eat him. He screamed.
That's mildly terrifying.
That is really scary.
She used to like sit on top of the wardrobe and just glare down at him in the middle of the night with like evil eyes, glowing eyes from the moonlight.
Instead of
Oh my
hungry
God.
eyes.
possessed.
Evil eyes. Oh my God, disguise I've got evil eyes.
Get the salt.
I think my favorite cat story has to be because my sister used to have a calico Scottish fold, and she was just the sweetest thing on the planet. She was kind of skittish, but like once she warmed up to you, like she was Joe the cat a little bit, and she was also like, yeah, she was also kind of like really big, but like the vets said that she was healthy. So like, but my sister still fed her a little less, because she didn't want her to gain too much weight. But for a weekend, my sisters had, left town and they left the cat, at the house, and I was supposed to take care of the cat. I was supposed to feed her and clean out her little box for like 2 or 3 days. And I was like, yeah, this is great. I get to be with the cat. And I was like really happy with it. The first night that I was with that cat, I regretted it a little bit because it turns out that she can't really meow. She has like a nasal passage thing or whatever. I forgot what my sister called it. And so she kind of goes like, she like makes like that kind of noise. She can't really meow, but it's like the cutest thing. And it's also really sad at the same time. So like, it turns out when she curled up with me, because she just literally stayed in my bed all weekend and she just like really liked sleeping with me, and she curled up next to my head and I was like petting her, and then it was like midnight and I was like, yes, this is a good time to go to sleep, and I fell asleep, and then I hear
Oh my God.
and I woke up and I was like, I wasn't sure if I could hear my dad or whatever because I had the door open in case she wanted to walk out of the room or whatever, and I went back to sleep. 2 seconds later I woke up. She was snoring as loud as my dad was.
Oh my God.
Wow. That sounds like me. I feel sorry for partners and stuff if they like stay in a bed with me because I'm one of those snorers.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm a snorer as well. But on the subject of Scottish folds, did you know that the gene that folds over their ears actually gives them really bad arthritis?
Yeah, I had recently just read this post. There's some articles on it too. It's like because sometimes when people breed Scottish Folds, they also breed them as Munchkins, which is like it's a deformity. It's a natural deformity, I guess, that makes their legs like really short and makes them look really cute. But there are some things that like kind of gives them bone issues over time. And the gene thing that you were just saying that oh god, it's like a long name that reminds me of the word onomatopoeia.
Yeah,
but
I love that
and
word.
apparently, and apparently they haven't actually tested a Scottish Fold that doesn't have arthritis. So apparently, it's not a good breed for that kind of thing, which makes me hate people, honestly, because people do that shit all the time.
Yeah, we definitely make genetic mutations happen that really shouldn't, like, in the grand scale of evolution, you know?
Yeah, just because, like, the animal would look cute. It's like, I have that issue with teacup animals, with teacup pigs and teacup puppies. It's like people are like, oh, this is really cute. I can have a tiny little animal with me, but they don't realize that they're bred with so many like health issues and so many problems, and they're being sold in like stores, and they wouldn't really survive as long as any other dogs a little bit bigger than their size would. You know, they don't really have like a good lifespan.
Yeah, I heard.
Is it working, above?
Yes.
Can you make your bed?
No. I'm so sorry.
And cut number 2.
Like, I guess you heard all of that.
Yep.
Yeah, but I'm the same way with flat-faced dogs and cats.
Yeah.
Because obviously they're bred to be cute, but they have a lot of breathing issues and they're prone to blinding and stuff like that. So that's why I don't really like flat-faced dogs and flat-faced cats, because I know that they have a lot of issues. Like the bulldog as well has some really bad issues.
Flat face,
like pugs,
like the cat in Harry Potter.
Crookshanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't really have a snout or anything.
Yeah, I don't like things like that. I don't think they're cute either, to be honest. I really don't like pugs. I don't like pugs.
Oh, you hurt me, Rue.
I'm sorry. I don't like them.
I do feel really bad for them, because they're the kind of breeds that you can't have them in like hot weather.
Well, alright, if we're going to be rounding this up soon, I guess we should all go ahead and plug our respective things.
Okay.
So, Michael, I guess you should probably start, seeing as you have the most prevalent thing.
The most prevalent thing. Basically, I just want to...
Let's not read into that statement.
I didn't get it.
My thing is very prevalent, yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, my... No, I got it that time.
For anyone who doesn't understand what that meant, Michael has a mighty curse.
Wait, can you put it inside a paper, like a loo roll tube, though, Michael?
Okay, let's stop this conversation now. And instead, I'm going to plug the Tiny Chat. But yeah, basically, the Tiny Chat is on alternate Sundays at 8 p.m. GMT. Usually, I might change it up another time to suit some people. But the next one will be the 29th of December if people can make it. And it should alternate from there. It'll alternate with the podcast, basically, when the podcast released.
Yep, and podcast is going to be releasing on every other Sunday.
Yeah.
So, anyway, Allie, why don't you go ahead, plug your things, if you have things to plug.
All of them, every single thing.
Whoa. I guess I'll sort of, if it's okay, I can promote my Tumblr if you guys ever want to, like, because I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna like put my username in. But if anybody doesn't know, I am Allie Khaleesi, and it's like ALLIE Khaleesi.tumblr.com. And I also have a vlog channel where I talk about like any sort of like subjects varying from like what favorite video games I have to a recent video that I made, which is about how I feel about feminism and racism. And if you guys want to go check it out, free too.
I actually watched that, and it was a really cool video.
I'm going to check that out, because I didn't know you did that, but that sounds really cool.
Thanks.
No, I really liked the video. It was really good.
Thank you.
Alright, Rue, plug.
I basically only have a Tumblr, but my URL is like Moga with
it's
three
M's.
M's.
Three
yeah,
M's.
It's 3 M's. Don't be deceived by the because it's 3. Wow. Don't get me started on that topic of conversation, because you've seen how it ends, and it's great. I'm great. You should, go and follow me, because I'm a wonderful person.
He is a wonderful person.
Yeah, he is. Very much.
Most wonderful.
Oh, guys, please. I was kidding. But...
so I
but not as wonderful as me.
Oh, no, you're the Alpha and the Omega, Michael.
No, everybody follow Michael. Feminist Rooster Teeth, follow him
Don't follow anyone else. No
Just
one else.
Go to him.
Do it. Do it.
My blog is the king blog.
Khaleesi commands you to.
So if you want to find me, I'm at consultingtimewizard.tumblr.com. That's my Tumblr. I also have the Twitters. I don't tweet very much, though, but that is at the TimeWiz. I do have a YouTube. There's nothing on it. Don't find that.
That's a challenge now, Wiz. We're gonna fight it.
Just no. Just no. Just leave it alone.
The listeners find the thing.
The YouTube will be in the link dump.
Yeah.
No, it won't.
Yes, it will.
Michael, I'm warning you. Okay. I think that's all the things. My Tumblr has fandom things on it mainly, so, occasional ranting and feminism and whatnot, but it's pretty standard stuff.
Why aren't you plugging the other one?
Also, if you are interested, as we all are, in the wonderful art of placing googly eyes on male genitalia,
Yes!
you can go ahead and follow the Tumblr dedicated to the subject, googlyeyeddick at .tumblr.com.
NSFW content.
Yes. Very, very NSFW. Don't go there if you don't want to see penises.
Yeah,
because you will see penises.
Literally dicks everywhere.
I love how often we reference it as well. It's great. If you come to the podcast, we're on the podcast. If you come to the tiny chat, we just reference it a lot.
It's very, erotic. Erotic! You could say.
Erotica!
Okay, you guys, that was an accident. That was one time.
Thing to go down in our little tiny history. I'm sorry, I will never
Erotico.
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 On that note, I have to go.
Yes, alright, so we should probably all round this off. I guess this has been the FRT podcast, and hopefully we will all see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.